How's it going, guys? Take something my knee. I'm gonna get my thoughts and opinions on Naruto chapter 640. But before I do that, for the last 2 weeks, I haven't done the chapter because I really don't want to really talk about it really because I don't want to get judged. But pretty much, I just say this pretty much. I'm going through a little emotional depression situations right now. So I haven't really been all like doing chapters, reviews, and everything. So I apologize for that. But I'm gonna do my best to keep doing them here and there. So stay with me for all the subscribers I have so far. Just stay with me. Just bear with me right now. I'm just going through a lot right now. So I appreciate the subscribers I have, and I just appreciate it. But on with the chapter. Pretty much in this chapter we see Obito from last week's chapter. Pretty much he had grabbed onto both Sasuke and Naruto. Then Naruto uses the chakra arms to grab Sasuke and his father. So because Minato can use the Thunder God Flash technique so they can teleport away to get to safe distance and everything. Then Minato gets looking like a little compliment to Sasuke, pretty much saying like he's like well versed and everything. So I guess he giving props not just to his son but also to Sasuke as well, giving Sasuke like a little father figure of Minato like to him, whatever. But afterwards, Obito he goes on this sadistic rampage. Like his right side of his body. Well, he shoots off the miniature biju diamonds that come out of his arms and shit. He shoots them everywhere. Pretty much, I thought he was trying to shoot at them, but pretty much, I think it was missing on purpose and everything. Pretty much, one of them hits the ground, makes a big ass crater and everything. And also, one of them goes straight back to him, like a magnetic pull. Like you throw some shit or whatever, and it comes straight back to you. It explodes in his face and damages part of his body and everything. The right side of his body that got crushed by the boulder and everything. And afterwards, his body starts to his hand and everything. See his hand there, get all bulky, from a few series you see a big ass blob. His right side of his body turns into and everything. Then we see internal monologue of Obito, inside, I guess, this dark space, whatever, or some shit. We see Obito and everything. Had these, tentacles, on his arms, and his torso, and his head and everything. And he's, just tearing his ass, apart and everything. Which is very dark to see in Naruto's series. I think this was the second time I've seen the darkness so dark in Naruto series. The first was seeing, Obito seeing Rin, getting killed and everything. That's when he first went on a rampage. But seeing this dark side of the Jubi, tearing fucking Obito apart was also gruesome as well. But as his fucking body getting torn apart, his arms, everything, his head, his torso, even his fucking face, at that moment in time, he's thinking about Team 7 and everything. You see a picture, Minato, Kakashi, Rin, and all of them all together when they're young, and pretty much the pictures getting torn into 3 sections and everything. As that's happening, Obito's getting torn apart and everything, and he's thinking about who else? The same female that rejected him and put him in the friend zone. Rin. But somehow he manages to take control of the Jubi. In the picture, you see the picture, it's still cut up and everything, but it's pieced back together and everything. And he puts his body back together. Next panel we see Obito and his new transformation. I think this is the final transformation, or there might be another one. I'm just speculating on this, but we see his new transformation. I have to admit, it's pretty bad as I see. He has his transformation looks just like the Sage of Six Paths. He has the staff. He has the one horn's bigger, one's smaller. He has a little biju dumbbells around him. He has a cape thing and everything. Has these I guess horns or some shit on his around the neck part popping out and shit. The new transformation is pretty badass. And also we see in the new transformation he has complete control over the Jubi and everything. So pretty much he has his conscience back. Pretty much he says to Minato let's fight and everything. Then pretty much Minato says he's gonna use this. I can't even pronounce this technique he said he was gonna use. It was hard as fuck. I can't even pronounce it. I'm gonna just say it has something to do with the Rasengan. But Obito's new power that he displays is more concentrated and more dense, and freaking much it blows it blows Minato's arm off because Minato uses his kunai and try to attack Obito or Jubito, whatever you want to call him. He clashes with him and pretty much Obito's staff or whatever you want to call it. It's like slices through fucking Obito, slices through Minato's fucking kunai like fucking butter. And he starts to shoot off some miniature Bijudamas and it destroys Minato's right arm and everything. Then he teleports back over to Naruto and Sasuke. They pretty much, like you said, he gonna use some new version of the Rasengan. Maybe he created where he died or some shit. But before that happens, he said, Obito says to them, look closely. And they look over, they see like I wouldn't say too big, but maybe like a medium miniature size Bijudama about to fucking explode right there in front of their faces. And pretty much how the chapter ends for Naruto 640. Overall, it was a good chapter. Like, it wasn't too much based on, not much dialogue in this chapter, but pretty much it was based on the fighting structure of the chapter. Seeing Obito's new transformation was pretty badass, I have to admit. I can't really say he's like the new Stage 6 pack. I would say maybe like a knockoff version because he's still like incomplete because he doesn't have, the 8 tails Giruku and the 9 tails Kurama. So he isn't fully there yet. But he's pretty badass though, so wait to see what more comes from him. And pretty much can we say, since he has the, the Jubi under control, he's the final villain? I want to say yeah, but at the same time, I just want to wait to see what happens. You never know. In the Naruto series, anything is possible. But let me know what you thought of the chapter. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day all around the world.